What is up, Earth peeps and Moon peeps? I am just a simple new type, and in this video, we are returning to the correct century and turn A Gundam. In our last episode, Queen Diana made her way to Earth. Meanwhile, the former prisoner, Corin Nander, made his way to Earth as well and started hunting the Mustache Gundam. We also saw Lauren dressed like a lady for a party that didn't really go well for either the Moon Race or the Terrans. This time, we will see Diana and Lady Keel trade places with one another. It's like the Prince and the Pauper, but with giant robots. It's more like the Prince and the more technologically advanced Prince. Neither of these two are poor. We will also see Corin Nander and Lauren go face to face with one another. So let's get into this. Sochi is still mad at Lauren for lying about being a part of the Moon Race. Diana's right-hand man, Miran Rex, meets with Keel and Gwen. On behalf of the Queen, he wants to borrow Kihil. Lauren and Sochi meet up with Sid and Joseph after battling with Corin. He tells Sid that he learned how to use the beam saber. He shows Sid the computer manual that he is using. Remember, technology like a computer is non-existent, so this is a wonder to them. I find it interesting that they are more amazed by a computer than they are when they first saw a mobile suit. Sochi calls home. The maid Jessica informs Sochi that something is wrong with their mother and to come home and visit. Gwen and Kihil meet up with Queen Diana. The Queen joins the two on the airship. Gwen and Miran leave Kihil and Diana alone. They just drink tea and stare at one another. Diana finally is the first one to say out loud that they look exactly the same. Meanwhile, Keith gets the money from selling the flat that he flew to Earth in. He will use this money to expand the bakery. Damn, didn't even give Lauren or Fran a cut of that. Rude. Both Keel and Diana decide to switch places for the fun of it. Lauren and Sochi give a report to Gwen. They also ride the airship to Vicinity Town. Sochi tells Diana, pretending to be Kihil, that there is something wrong with their mother and that they need to go visit her. Kihil almost gives herself away while talking. On the ground, Harry and his team of sumos follow the airship closely. Sochi gets mad at Diana and tells Diana, thinking that it is Kihil, that she is the reason that her father is dead and her mother is going mad. They land the airship and go by car the rest of the way. As they drive through the city, they see how much damage was caused during the initial invasion. They go to visit Lady Heim, who is so out of it she thinks Master Heim is still alive. They go to visit Master Heim's grave. Diana gives the performance of a lifetime on Kihil's behalf. The militia is starting to grow restless, but Gwen wants to continue the ceasefire. Lauren heads out to the mountain cycle to help out Sid and Joseph. Meanwhile, Corin is lifting and hydrating. Bro is definitely acclimated to Earth's atmosphere. Last episode, his soul was being weighed down by gravity. Phil Ackman meets with Corin and demands to know why he is on Earth, as Diana never ordered something like this. Corin tells Phil that the Moonrace government is getting impatient and that it was most likely due to Agrippa Maintainer. Agrippa Maintainer is Queen Diana's chancellor. More on him later. Kihil, as Diana, is talking to Harry and Miran about potentially heading out to the Sunbelt, as he thinks that Gwen is trying to keep the Moonrace confined to Iglesia. Diana suggests he hold off for now. Harry recognizes that something is off with the Queen. The militia decides to act on their own accord and plan for an attack on the Soleil, Diana's personal ship. An explosion occurs while Keith is talking to Fran. Corin sees the explosion in the distance and heads out with his crew. Harry is wondering if they actually plan to attack the Soleil. Miran uses this attack as a chance to head out to the Sunbelt. Phil Ackman heads out with Poe and his team towards the mountain cycle. Kihil, as Diana, tries to call off the attack as she doesn't want to die pretending to be someone else. The militia comes in to attack. Joseph is piloting the newly acquired flat. Sochi and Miache are piloting the Kapul. While the militia and Moonrace fight in the mountain cycle, Corin and his team are wrecking Nocis City. Gwen tries to buy a horse from a man to escape, but it is clear that Iglesia is done for, and his money is more or less worthless. The Soleil takes off and starts heading south. Corin stands on top of Castle Bostonia, calling for the Gundam. The city is in ruins. Lauren and Sid are able to find a shield in the mountain cycle that seems to go with the Turn A Gundam. He heads out, but Diana, as Keel, asks him to take her to the Soleil to negotiate directly. Lauren goes to warn people in the mountains that the Diana counter is about to attack them. Suddenly, Wodoms attack the mountain cycle. The attack causes Lauren to fall into the underground cave. It seems to be the place that Sid was mentioning earlier. He explores and finds Sid excavating, even though a battle is happening above them. That's still not wise, Sid. You could blow up at any moment. Now that Nocis City has fallen, the militia plans on joining the militia in Louisiana. Gwyn meets with Lily Borgiarno, the youngest of Lord Borgiarno's children. He is the ruler of Louisiana territory. Gwyn asks Lily to be his man on the inside. Now that Nocis has fallen, the Moonrace will most likely head to Louisiana for negotiations. Gwyn needs someone on the inside. Lauren finds a hole that leads out of the underground passage. When he looks out, he stumbles upon Corin and his men. Jacob and Bruno explore the underground caves and start shooting underground, causing the place to fall apart. Lauren goes in to attack Jacob and Bruno's Godwins and incapacitates them. Sid accidentally hits a bomb while underground. It explodes, causing Corin's eagle to fall. Lauren tries to get everyone to safety. His leg is slightly damaged. He finds Corin and engages in battle. His leg causes Turn A Gundam to constantly fall. He can't give it his all. Lauren pulls out the beam saber and starts attacking. The Turn A Gundam's beam saber design is something I really dig. I like the thin beam. However, Corin gets the upper hand. He grabs Turn A and pulls him deeper into the cave. They happen to find lava. Corin tries to push Lauren into the lava. Diana comes in and tells Corin that his mission is complete and to leave, and if he doesn't, she will kill him. He doesn't listen and tries to push Lauren, but Lauren uses his beam saber and slices his head off, causing Corin to fall into the lava. Remember, Corin has been cryogenically frozen and defrosted so many times that he reverts to this childlike state, so he causes tantrums. Lauren wonders how Kihil knew how to handle that situation. She lies to Lauren, but it doesn't matter because he instantly passes out in her lap. Lauren wakes up to the Moonrace coming up on their location. They must leave. Poe and Phil find Jacob and Bruno's Godwins, but they can't find the eagle. They assume Corin was killed in action. Sid's team is able to find the eagle's head, and Lauren also uses the eagle's Menchi drill club. Lauren eats some corn. They are having a picnic while traveling through the underground. They reach a location that Sid suggested. Neither Lauren or Kihil offered corn to Sid. Lauren uses the drill and starts digging. Diana, as Kihil, wanders off. She happens to run into another man excavating. She recognizes him as Will Game. While Lauren is looking for Kihil, he runs into Teteth Halle. They go back to Diana and Will, and Teteth tries to attack her, but Lauren tells Teteth that she is Kihil and not Diana. But she is Diana. They all have sandwiches. Diana recalls of a man from the Game family that looks exactly like Will. Meanwhile, Teteth and Lauren get naked and go into the hot springs. Lauren is afraid of water after, the last time. She knows that Lauren is a part of the Moonrace and wants to know why he is helping the Terrans. He keeps trying to play it off still as if Lauren and Laura are two different people. Let it go, man. Lauren gets out and goes to find Lady Kihil, but he sees that a Wad is spying on them. Lauren goes to the Gundam. Wads chase Lauren into the caves. He uses the Menchi drill on the roof of the cave, which causes it to fall on top of the Wads. He goes out of the cave and starts attacking Poe in the Wodom. He uses the beam saber to slice through the Wodom. Poe ejects and the Moonrace retreats. They later go to Will's place. Diana is certain this is the exact place that she visited centuries ago. Remember, because Diana cryo-freezes herself from time to time, she has lived for centuries. Will shows her a feather that his grandfather found when he found a downed airship. This makes Diana cry for a long-lost love in her life. And that will do it for this episode. Kihil and Diana finally swap places with one another, making it extremely difficult to communicate to you people who is who. But somehow we will get through this. Corin's ego is destroyed, but you know the rule. If you don't show me a body or a scene of them getting vaporized before a flashback of something they really enjoyed during their childhood, then they aren't really dead, are they? In our next episode, we learn that Teteth, the woman who got naked in front of a man in order to get information out of him, is surprisingly scheming in the background. Who would have thought? I also want to start diving deeper into more of the manga of Mobile Suit Gundam, so if you have a favorite that you would like me to cover, then let me know down in the comments. But that will do it for now, Moon Peeps. Remember that if you have memories of someone's grandfather, maybe don't project those feelings onto the grandson, no matter how much they look alike. Peace.